Robert,
Hey, how you doing? How you
how you
doing?
doing? Let me turn the volume up here, sir. How are you? Good to hear from you. Good
Good
to
to hear
see
from you.
you.
Okay. Good to hear from you
Yeah.
too.
I'm gonna turn this
For those,
volume.
well,
Really good to see you, my brother.
Good to see both of y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes,
And you look good.
thank you, thank
absolutely.
you. I had to be
Yeah.
measured in my talk about. I'm doing well. Good to see y'all.
Oh shoot. Okay, let me get back to hang on. What I got right here we go.
Okay, here we go. Stay there. Just stay there, please. Yes, yay.
Really good to see y'all.
I
Yes, definitely. Without it. And thank you for representing with the yellow, of course.
Re She really thought I wasn't gonna come up here with that yellow on. I can't believe it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it
Yes,
Yeah.
alone.
that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
I'm a business person. I understand. It's not no. This is what we represent. So
That's right. Absolutely.
I couldn't find my yellow handkerchief. I said it'll be all right.
That's
Brother.
it. Definitely, definitely, without a doubt. So we're really, really excited about putting this all together. And we are going to have someone who's going to be doing, an article about us about this talk. And
Yeah,
I'm just going to be here just to do an intro, and then I'm going to leave you men to talk.
no
And
problem.
Daryl has have a few questions that's going to be addressed to the panel of people, and he's going to address it to you, and you be that first person who can speak, and you can tell him who you are. You're a senior ambassador for the Monique and so forth, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yep, yep, yep. So we're just
So,
waiting on some
so
people.
how's your health?
I'm doing good. I have 7 days before I ring the cancer bell.
Good. Good.
So
God bless. We've been praying
I'm,
for you. We've been praying for you, bro.
I am
Yeah.
happy about that. Ready to get across that finish line.
Yeah. Every
Yes,
time we
yes.
went to church, we put you on the altar.
Wait, let the church know that yes,
Hey, listen, the
it
church
works.
is right here.
It's
Okay,
what
people think it's a house, but they don't know that it's here.
it's your temple.
It's right here. It's in the heart.
Well, we'll let them know.
Yeah.
Right, this is okay, Zoom. Okay, here we go. Someone is here. Um, let's see. Oh my God, I can't hardly see. Okay, this is Charles. Hello, Charles.
Can you,
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Awesome, awesome. How are you?
I am good. I am good.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm glad to be here and contribute in any way I can.
Of course, of course. And as we coming in, I'd just like for you to introduce yourself. So, Robert, won't you, we'll wait a few more people to come in and so we can get this party going right, you know?
Okay.
Well,
Sounds good to me.
Yes, yes, yes. Robert, I do have to share with you though, um, uh, that Charles is a filmmaker, as you are, producer, writer. And I'd love it if, later on I will put everything down in a capture so everyone can, get in touch with one another. But
yeah.
Charles be doing some amazing things. And I, as you have and still doing, you know what I mean? And really want you guys to connect and really make things happen.
Definitely, I appreciate it.
Yes, of
Definitely
course.
nice to meet you, Charles.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely sounds good on my end also.
Just forgive my energy. I literally got to save it up for the group. I'm in the
Yeah,
middle of
yeah,
going
yeah.
through cancer. Yeah, so
Yes,
we get.
yes, yes. Mm-hmm. So don't worry. Just
Oh yeah, I'm here. It's gonna
okay.
kick in.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Woo! I'm so excited. Okay, come on, guys. All right, there's James.
hello, James.
Hello, hello, James. How are you? Thank you for joining us. We have Robert and Charles online. Can you hear us, James? Can you hear us?
I think his mic is mute.
Your
His mic.
mic is, yes, your mic's muted, James. I see where your mic is muted. There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. Now
There
you're
you
good.
go. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We talked about having men, okay? I mean, it's all good for, society to call it the Black Men Talk month of for June, but I want to be able to open it to all men because it's of importance that we realize that there's no color. Mental health don't have a color. It doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a particular person. It can happen to any one of us, and it's of importance that we get together as a group, as universal, and make it international, and just really hear the voice of everyone who has a voice to speak on this this silent killer that's killing the life of all of us, and so of all of our loved ones, and so I'm just waiting for a few more people to come on. We don't have a lot of time, so we would like for everyone to be mindful of what's going to be happening. We are going to extend this invitation to have and please mark it on your calendar. What did I say? August 1st, which is on a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we will have a full-blown 1 whole hour of the men talk, because I truly believe that this is something that we have to continue to do. This is an introduction of who we are, what we're doing, how we doing it, and because this is a family, and we can't make the change in one day, and we could only hear so much. And so today I wanted to have an opportunity for everyone to see the faces, and to recognize that that mental health doesn't have a face.
Mhm.
It can happen to any one of us. And so we have Sterling coming to join us right now. Yes, I love that. Okay, Sterling is a wonderful being. He is a Getty photographer who him and his wife have contacted. And I'm doing these introductions so we can not have so much time to do that. He's ordering, he's connecting right now, but it's awesome that he's joining us, and I thank him for that. Yep, yep, yep. We'll just wait for one moment here. You trying to call me or something?
No, it just showed that he changed it.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Sterling. Do you hear us?
He's trying to. I'm new at this as well, so I'll be a pro at it next time.
Yeah, forgive us. We are rookies at this.
But at least it's happening.
Okay, it's happening. Oh, listen, if rain or shine, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen on my end, definitely, without a doubt. We're not canceling this at all. Mm-mm. Hey, Sterling, can you hear me?
It seems like his audio is not trying to connect.
That's what it's. That's what it looks like. Yep, yep, yep.
Yep, yep, yep. Okay.
And while we're going through our session here, we're going to have other people that's going to probably chime in.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it might have been a total of 11.
Okay.
10.
10, 10.
Mhm.
Okay. 10.
Because I'm taking myself out. I'm gonna let you guys talk. Yeah. So let me put my glasses on so I can speak. I don't know if that. Hey, Sterling, can you hear us? Can we get a wave? Okay, someone said I'm stuck in traffic. I will be listening in and hopefully able to talk soon. Okay. Um, all righty then. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and start, and so but okay, so I wrote my part down, so, and I want to just read it to you guys, okay? The Monique Woolley Foundation, the WFBTY Black Man Talk When Feeling Blue, Think Yellow. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Amor, and on behalf of the Monique Woolley Foundation, I thank you each for taking the time out on your busy schedule to partake in this very important conversation. Your presence tonight speaks volume about commitment and breaking the barrier and ending stigma around mental health. And creating a safe space for where men can simply be honest and speak openly. This conversation is called the Black Man Talk, but our message is universal and is giving men a permission to speak openly and to be vulnerable and others to have their strength, to find their silence and to and having the courage to speak. So many of the men emotional pains is in silence, but we want to give them an opportunity to speak. And we appreciate you all being here tonight. So we challenge you all to believe in this evening tonight, to try to listen and to encourage and to uplift. This discussion is not about having the right answer, but it is creating a space to be honest in conversation and to begin this conversation about saving lives. And so I thank you for that, guys. And I'm gonna just say and come back later on, but I'm gonna just give the floor to Daryl. Okay.
There we go. Get my chair ready here. Well, good evening, gentlemen. Welcome. On behalf of the Monique Woolley Foundation, I'd like to thank each of you for being here tonight and making time to be part of this important conversation. Tonight is about honesty, respect, brotherhood. We only have about 30 minutes, so let's make the best of it. And every moment will count. Listening, let's all listen, sharing our support for one another. Remember, your voice matters, your story matters, and together we can help break the stigma around mental health around men. So I'm going to start with the very first question. I'm going to begin here. Robert, I'm going to tag you're it, my friend.
No problem.
Okay. So the first question is, and I can relate to this. What pain have you carried for so long that has started to feel normal? So I'm gonna repeat, what pain have you carried for so long that it has started to make you feel normal?
Well, and I will answer that question. First, again, thank you so very much for allowing me to be here. My name is Robert Jones. I do have here from Los Angeles, California, specifically Santa Clarita near Six Flags. That's if you want to know exactly where I'm at. So I'm a retired U.S. Army war veteran at 24 years of service. I hail from Tennessee. That's where I'm originally from. And to answer your question, to go directly into it, what I've had on, and it became normal everyday struggles. I say when I went to war. When I went to war, when you're a young man and you're performing your duties as a soldier or a sailor, airman, marine, or however you want to do it, however you want to say what service branch you are, and you're not only just mindlessly following orders, but because you're still a human being, is making sure that you have cognitive skills of what's happening around you. So one thing I held on, I'll just go directly to it, is there was one time in the war when I lost two of my good friends, or if we call them battle buddies, and one of them I had to, which is protocol, but I had to lie to him that he's gonna make it. That's the problem. And I had to hold his head to my chest because he got shot in the head. I had to hold his head to my chest to just let him know that everything's gonna be okay. When I knew it wasn't,
Right.
but just to knowing the fact, I wish I could have done more for him. Which I could have done more for him. And then at the same time, another colleague that I have, a brother I call my brother's in arms. Um, I haven't seen him since I was in Germany, and we crossed paths with each other again at war. He's a young man, a very young man, and he had just got married to a young lady that we both served with. That he's like the Steve Urkel and Laura. He was like the Steve Urkel version, and she was Laura. And we like, man, you have no chance of talking to this young lady. No, none whatsoever. We always mess with him because he was just that, as I say, nerdy. And then, we lost contact with each other from Germany. I went to the States to Fort Benning, Georgia. And then to see him at war, and he's married to her now.
Right.
So, he's married to her, and that was and I said, hey, as soon as we get back, well, I can't believe this. As soon as we get back, we're gonna all join together. We're gonna have a big barbecue because you're not too far. Your duty state not too far from mine,
Right.
and that was a good joke, running joke. But what I did not know, that was my last time I was gonna see him.
Oh,
So when we moved forward in battle, he stayed. They took over this position we was at, and that position unfortunately was ambushed, and he passed away. And I did not find out until pretty much almost when the war had ended, when they started handing out the army newspapers. And I saw his. He was one of the very first one. Private Brown was one of the very first, Specialist Brown, one of the very first people that was killed in the Iraqi war. So
wow.
I left with that guilt of I wish I could have known earlier, or I could have met one earlier. It's becoming an everyday norm. I'm getting better with Veterans Day, but that's pretty much it. That's my heavy burden.
Right. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Robert. That's very emotional and touching to all of us. Thanks for your courage for saying that. James, got one for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
James, like, oh
Uh,
boy. Okay. What part of your life are you protecting with silence? And what is this silence costing you? Or what part of this is tough questions now that we have to
yeah.
answer. So what part of your life are you protecting with silence? And what is that silence costing you?
Very interesting. Let me have to think deep. Uh, uh, Well, that's a part of me personally is my own identity where I want to stand. That sometimes certain parts I try to not to review so much to the public, and so and then sometimes by doing that, it may create some kind of a distance or glass wall with people.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah,
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I know that's
thanks.
a tough question, and that was something that you answered very well. All right, we're moving on. So thank you, Sterling, for coming in. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
sorry about the technical difficulties. I had to re-download the Zoom app, guys. But
Okay, not a problem. We thank you for doing that.
great meeting
All
you
right.
guys.
So, our Vision Caribbean gentlemen, this is a question for you. What version of yourself are you performing for the world? And who are you when nobody's watching?
That's an excellent question.
Yes.
I want to say one thing before I answer this question. I think that as Black men, we are looked upon to be strong, have all the answers, not to be vulnerable, and have a form like this to be vulnerable and talk about our feelings is, I think it's what you guys are doing is really tremendous. Now the question, I I, I tend to try to be strong for everyone, around me, just like how I say it. And sometimes I don't have the answers. And I come up with answers knowing that people are dependent on me. And 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 I have to be strong for them. And when I get to be by myself, I realize, I don't have the answers. And sometimes maybe I need to be honest and say, you know what, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers to your questions. And I can still feeling disappointment because I don't have the answers, to be honest with people and see how that feel, to let myself say, you know what? I don't know. I don't have the answers to your question. And I think that's for me is sometimes pretending to have all the answers when I don't. I don't know if that answered the question.
Well, actually, that answers the question very well. It
Okay.
was an open, honest question there, and you answered it the way I would have answered it. So, Well done. Well done. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that and opening up your heart to us. We appreciate that. So, next question. Let's go to hey, John Philippe. Welcome.
Hi, how are you? Sorry I'm
Good.
running late. So I
No,
pulled
that's
over
okay.
actually.
I'll save the best for last.
There we go. There we go.
Sterling, this is for you, my friend. This is for you. What unresolved hurt? Now, this is a good one for you, Sterling. I thought about this one long and hard. What unresolved hurt from your childhood is still shaping the way you love, lead, and live life today?
From childhood, it would honestly be just not having the relationship that I wanted with my dad. My dad is an amazing man. He's a pastor of 30 plus years, and I've experienced him and witnessed him, help and be there for so many people from my age category and up. But that bond that I desire with the father, with having a father, wasn't there for me in my time of needs. Not saying he never showed up, but the consistency in comparison to the people of the congregation and, him giving his all to the congregation. But then when it came to me, it was like not there and it's not as present as I would have needed it to be growing up. And, it just created now in my children's life, it created this constant reminder of what not to be to them. And I would always tell people, like, it'd be easier if my dad was like strung out on drugs or in and out of jail or just a screw up.
Right.
Then it would justify the lack of.
Why he wasn't there.
Yeah. But the fact that he's such a great, honorable man, and I've seen him do amazing things, and I know how instrumental he is to a lot of other people, to not have that, for myself, or to not experience that to its full extent, it created somewhat of a long-term resentment. We still talk to him, and if I talk to him today, my whole life would brighten up. But it's just knowing that those are some things that lie dormant in, from childhood.
Is your father still living, I assume? Or?
Oh yeah, he's still amongst the living. So
yeah, that's a tough one. I get it.
It's in God's hands, though.
Oh, absolutely. I had an absentee father too, so I get it. I understand. So,
sir.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay.
Oh man, you're welcome. Thank you guys for listening.
No problem. Mr. John Philippe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got a question for you, sir. And keep your eye on the road, sir. I hope you're parked, I assume.
Oh, no. I pulled up in the shopping
okay.
center.
All right. I don't want you to get nervous. Okay. What would you have to admit out loud if you're no longer trying to appear strong? Because as men, we like to always appear strong, be the one that's the leader of the family when we know sometimes we have our own issues, like everybody else. So what would you have to admit if you're no longer trying to appear strong? What would you have to admit out loud if you were no longer trying to appear strong?
Realistically, the person that I am today, I go with the flow.
Right.
And I'm very opinionated in part, so therefore, but it's not about for me to control. I just want to make sure my environment is conducive to my frame of mind,
right,
or my belief. So it's it's kind of tough right now for me to answer that question in perspective.
Gotcha.
But I'm human, and where I am in my life now, I've learned that listen to everybody else and see where I fit within their perspective philosophies.
Right.
That's as much that I could say.
Well, that's well said, sir. Thank you very much for on the short notice. I appreciate that. Thank you. And that's also heartfelt. Each of you said something that touched each of our lives here today. Mine, yours, James, everybody. So I have a question for myself. And again, another tough question. So My question is, who taught you to survive but never taught you how to heal? Who taught you to how to survive but not how to heal? I would say my father. My father taught me how to survive. He taught me how to work with my hands. He said early on, if you work with your hands, you can learn how to make a living. You can work anywhere. You can continue. You can always make money, he said. But he wasn't there. Dad was a rolling stone. As life went on, he became an alcoholic. I was always an alcoholic, but it got worse. And so we had to deal with alcoholism, the pain of that, him being absent, him bringing different women to the house, unknowns to my mom, telling us not to say anything, him living in the basement of our home with a woman. And I guess that wasn't going to go well with mom. You know that, and I know that. But dad did his stuff. But dad also was dealing with mental illness as well. We found that out later. But back in the day, as men, when I grew up, it was always men were taught to be strong. Kids were seen and not heard. Suck it up, buttercup. Suck it up. Be a man. Deal with it. When we have feelings like everybody else. So I've learned that was part of my process of trying to figure out how to be a man. Knowing what my dad taught me as far as skills, but didn't teach me how to survive in life. Work-wise, yes, but not how to raise a family, not how to ask questions from him because he wasn't there, stuff like that. So that affected me. And as I was growing up, we had to learn how to adapt. And thank God we had other men in our lives that were mentors that helped us how to be a man on the other side of that, how to be tender, how not to be harsh, how not to, be always tough. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to shed tears. I'm learning that now myself. Instead of always running to the other room and shedding my tears, come out and try to be strong. I'm learning how to let my feelings be open now, you know. So, and I learned that it's okay not to be okay. I have my own issues, with the loss of a loved one, and I'm still dealing with that. But we all have our thing here. So I just wanted to make sure that that's my story. So, but other than all, I love my father, and I'm glad he was there in our life. So so that's my thing. So I'm going to open up the panel. Thanks for listening to my story, my feelings. Um, uh, if you had the opportunity to speak directly with here's what I would say, open to the panel. If you have the opportunity to speak to every man directly and silently struggling with stress, depression, or grief, or anxiety, or simply feeling overwhelmed, what would you have him to hear today? What message from your own journey would you give him hope and encourage to keep going? We probably got about 4 minutes or so. So, okay.
May I chime in on that? Chime in
Yes,
on
sir.
that?
Yes, sir.
Sterling, you want to go? You raise your hand.
No, you can go ahead. Yes, Sterling.
What I've learned in my past of growing up is everybody hit home with everything that's said here. I can relate to every single person here, especially Sterling. I'm a PK kid also. My father's a minister,
Right.
and yes, and I even told my queen guys that he was the father for everybody or the uncle for everybody in the whole community. Like, and I had to share. I had to share all the time. It's still to this day, he's out in the community. He's been a minister for over 50 some odd years, well, actually 53 years. So that's why I had to get used to. And you're right. I was taught, just like you said, Arm, about being, about being, they taught me skills about being a man, raising,
I'm gonna be
raise
running.
raise a
We'll be
family.
running out of time here in a minute, Robert. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Oh, raise a family. So my main thing was learn to know that worry, stress, and fear is all sins. Because if
Okay.
you believe in a higher being, why should you have those? You should give it to your higher being.
Right.
That's my personal opinion.
Right.
100%.
Sterling, real quick.
I mean, man, that took the cake right there, and it'd be, just this too shall pass. Whenever I get stressed, those words sound so simple, but it's like, every situation that I've been through is always, you know what, this too shall pass. It's either gonna kill me or it's gonna continue to make me stronger, and I can live through it. So I would encourage, those words to amongst all of us.
Anybody else want to chime in and say something?
I'm gonna step
I
in
would say
real
something
quick.
really quick.
You guys, I just want to just say thank you. Thank you for sharing. But I do know that we only have a few more seconds left. And with that being said, we're going to extend this conversation for August the 1st on a Saturday for at 2 p.m. Please mark it on your calendar. Saturday, August 1st. We want to open this. This is just an introduction of what we can talk about. It's important that you guys continue this conversation. And I want on August 1st that you guys prepared a 30-second introduction of who you are, what you are today, what is happening in your life, and how you guys can create this brotherhood to make this stronger so that we have a support system amongst brothers, you know what I mean? So that we can help one another to thrive, help one another in our careers. And because you being a photographer, we have filmmakers here, writers here, producers here, and everything. And so you guys all have a niche that we want to be able to connect and make really strong. I thank you so very much. I love you for all that you do. I love your love and support, and I just want to say thank you for joining us today. And we'll do this again really soon with more time.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I was able to get, if anybody else wanted to speak, I was able to, looks like we got about 7 minutes.
What you say? Okay,
I was
hallelujah.
able to extend it,
It's amazing.
but I had
Thank you,
to,
Mr.
but I
Morgan.
had to pay for it.
Do you want to talk about the book or later?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just so you just 7 minutes. Oh, my brother, I'm working my doctorate degree right now, but my brother, his name is
Excellent.
Dr. Michael Jones. Michael Jones is out of Arkansas. He is a third top psychologist in the United States, especially as a man of color. And him, along with other psychologists, put the book together called "Mental Health and the Black Man." All right, but it can be for every man, as I say. It's a mixtape of situation from fatherhood, from situation at work. Even myself, I'm in chapter 7, along with my younger brother, Jeremy Jones, who's going for his doctorate. I've been through this book up and down. I'm telling you right now, it's absolutely amazing. You can relate to so many things, even with music and us and what we do. This should be provided, if I'm correct, by the Woolley Foundation. Everybody will be able to get a copy of this book, and I hope that you truly enjoy it. But it's definitely great for anybody, and it just came out this year, so I hope you enjoy it.
And is there a cost to the book there, Robert? We'll take care of that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Mr. Rogers, welcome.
Thank you, Robert.
Hi,
Thank you.
sure.
Okay, well, hang on. We still got Mr. Rogers?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can. Sure can.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. I have a question for you, matter
Sure.
of fact. I mean, everybody got an opportunity to answer a question, and it's for you.
Okay.
Let me see exactly how I want to word this one here. If men in this room told the truth without fear, what healing conversation would finally begin? Again, if men in this room told the truth without fear, what healing conversation would finally begin?
If men in this room told the truth without fear, what healing conversations would finally begin?
Yes, sir.
Healing the inner child. There's a lot of men going around who are not fully grown yet. The body is grown, the face looks adult, but when you when it get to that point where they need to make quick decisions,
Right.
adult decisions, children come out. So the healing of the male, the man, I think would be what I think would come out if men told the truth without fear.
Amen.
Amen.
That is about as truth can be.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
certainly.
very much. Robert, he had mentioned something about a book. Mr. Rogers, were you able to see that?
Yeah, so the last, is that like the program book or what is this book?
This this book is was written by my brother, who is Dr. Michael Jones. He's one of the top psychologists here in the United States.
Okay.
Uh, and it's called Mental Health and the Black Man. It's a remix of several different psychologists putting together different angles of how we should deal with our health issues. Where, like you said, the inner child or music, or dealing with raising by the father or a mother, or how was the situation going when you was growing up? Or how can you feel when you feel like you didn't get enough attention? Or how you can help whenever you feel like the young lady you with is not there for you or doesn't understand you. A lot of us say that they don't just don't understand us. And that's what it's for. And so it just came out this year.
Okay. Yeah, want to put the link so I can, where is that? Amazon and all that?
Yes, it's Amazon, but Miss Amore will have that for everybody.
Okay,
She'll
cool.
have that information for everybody, yes.
Very cool.
I have a question here for the panel. Thank you, Robert.
No problem.
As men, many of us were taught to be strong, stay silent, handle life challenges on our own. Can you share a moment in your life when we realized that asking for help, opening up, or simply talking about what you were going through was actually a sign of strength rather than weakness? What did that experience teach you? For anyone on the panel, we have about 3 minutes.
I mean, it taught me that I don't have to bottle everything up inside. The more that you bottle all these emotions and all this trauma inside without releasing it, it becomes dangerous because you have zero control on that, that outburst once you've filled yourself to the rim. So, I mean, I personally went to therapy after my mom passed away because I couldn't take it no more. I was drinking myself down there to death. And after I've finished my last 20th bottle of vodka, it was time to really see that I'm becoming a problem that she never would have wanted if she was still alive. And with that conviction led me to go to therapy for 3 weeks and, just opening up about everything I was feeling and actually releasing that helped out tremendously.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. That's heartfelt there. DeAndre, you on mute? DeAndre, can you hear us? I think he's.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So you want to answer that question too? We got
Repeat the question.
the question was, let me find it here on my phone here. The question was, as men, many of us were taught to stay strong and stay silent, handle life challenges on our own. Can you share a moment in your life when you realized that asking for help, opening up, or simply talking about it, about what you were going through was actually a sign of strength rather than weakness? And what did that teach you?
Okay, I would say a sign of strength and knowing myself at the same time. I would say it's a good thing to actually look at yourself as a second person or third person to understand, what things you involve, things that complicate you, things that bothered you mentally, physically, all the above,
Okay.
and to actually share it, because everybody has a story, everybody's going through something. So
Gotcha. All right, we got
yeah.
a little less than 1 minute here, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
So real
Oh, okay.
quick, just to, Leandre, just I know you came
Yeah.
on, save the date on August the 1st on a Saturday at 2 p.m. We're going to have another 1 hour Zoom call.